How you guys doing? Welcome back to the show. This is your boy BP right here for BP's corner right here. This is going to be your Monday Night Raw review, guys. If you guys watched Raw last night, it wasn't a bad episode. It was all right. Like I said, conspicuous by his absence, me and Skippy told you he wasn't going to be here today because he has prior engagements. But he will be here for our big review show for Super Showdown. Him along with our buddy Brian and another one of our buddies, Chad. It's going to be a pretty big show. We're going to have some predictions and some thoughts about that show. But we're going to get right down to the Raw, man. If you guys watched Raw, man, it was just all right. It started off with Randy Orton. Of course, he came out to the ring. And, you know, he's getting ready to talk. Once again, Randy's saying he's sorry. But, you know, Randy Orton's heel work is phenomenal. Great. It's great to see Randy Orton as a heel. But other than that, I mean, he comes out and he goes to apologize, but Kevin Owens comes out, he doesn't believe him. Kevin Owens says, you know what, I'm going to put my feud with the Monday Night Messiah, AOP and Murphy aside, because I'm coming after you, Randy, because Edge was my childhood hero. You know, as I was getting to the independent leagues myself, I watched him all the time. I'm from Canada, he was from Canada. You know, so on and so forth. So, you know, he tells Randy, you know, I want a match with you tonight. And so a match is made for later on in the night between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. That is going to be your main event for Raw. So next thing happened, man, we had a match between family members here. Angel Garza with, of course, Zelina Vega in his corner, going against Humberto Carrillo, his cousin. Of course, Zelina had to make herself useful again in this match, just like she does for Andrade all the time. And Angel Garza won this match. You know, this match wasn't too bad. You know, it was all right. Especially seeing two high flyers in there. Of course, family members in there. They know each other. You know, you got to think they know each other like the back of their hands. You know what I'm saying? So they know pretty much what each other's going to do. Angel Garza did get the better end of this stick because, of course, Zelina Vega made herself known. I give this match 3 stars. I mean, it was all right. You know, pretty good matchup for what it was. Next up, man, Ricochet goes one-on-one with OC member Luke Gallows. If you guys remember last week, Ricochet took on Carl Anderson and defeated him. You know, I mean, that was a pretty good match in itself. I was really surprised that Carl Anderson did put on a great match with Ricochet. But that wasn't the only thing that happened here. I actually gave this match 3 stars. Luke Gallows gave Ricochet a run for his money also, just like Carl Anderson did. But Ricochet did end up picking the victory. You guys do know Ricochet is going to go one-on-one tomorrow night, actually, tomorrow afternoon, 12 p.m. Eastern time here in the States. You know, I'm not sure what time it's going to be over there in Saudi. But he's going to be going one-on-one against the WWE World Champion Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. So, like I said, tomorrow we'll have our thoughts on that. So there you go. It's going to be Thursday. I'm sorry. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, it'll be Thursday. Tomorrow's our preview show. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little confused there for a minute. But it's all right. Next up, after that happens, the OC's back in the back. They're pretty pissed off because Luke Gallows lost the match. Well, they're back there talking there in the hallway. They see Aleister Black back there getting ready for his matchup coming up with Rowan. So, but they were pretty pissed off, so they all three end up jumping on Aleister Black and beating him down for a little bit, giving him a little beat down before his match, and so to speak. But that wasn't the last that was going to happen, but we're going to get that in a second. After that happened, Brock Lesnar shows up in the ring with Paul Heyman, of course, talking about his match with Ricochet at Super Showdown, and also talking about, Brock Lesnar's already looking ahead to WrestleMania. Ricochet is probably going to be no problem for him, he says, coming at Super Showdown. So Brock Lesnar's already looking for WrestleMania to go against Drew McIntyre, and where him and, of course, his advocate Paul Heyman says it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Brock Lesnar is going to beat Drew McIntyre, just like he's going to beat, Ricochet at Super Showdown. But after that match, like I said, or after that little interview happened in the ring right there with that little segment, with Brock Lesnar and the Advocate, the match was made between Aleister Black and Rowan, like I said. Remember backstage I told you, Aleister Black did get jumped by all 3 members of OC. He did make his way out to the ring to go against Rowan. It was a pretty hard fought match. Rowan, well, it looked like Rowan had him beat, man. I am so surprised Aleister Black won this match. Holy crap. Because he was already hurt from the beatdown that he had. But going against Eric Rowan, that is not no big feat. I mean, that is not no easy thing to do in itself. He ended up knocking, actually, it's pretty interesting here because Eric Rowan ended up running into the steps where his thing in the cage was, and ended up falling over off the steps. I was really surprised nothing, like the blanket didn't come off. They must have had that thing really tacked down pretty good, so you couldn't actually see what was in the cage. Like I said, it rolled off the steps, but you couldn't see it. So this kind of pissed off Eric Rowan. He gets in the ring, and he gets met with not one, but two Black Masses once again, just like he did before. And of course, Aleister Black didn't win the match. But I'm going to tell you what, I gave that match actually 4 stars. Eric Rowan did take it to Aleister Black, man. It was pretty interesting to see that, and it was interesting to see what's going to happen next, because on his way up to the ring after the match was over, Aleister Black did say next week that he wants to go against AJ Styles from the OC one-on-one. That's going to be interesting in itself to see. I can't wait to see that match. It's probably going to be a really good match, guys. If you guys watch Aleister Black from NXT and you guys watch all of AJ Styles matches all the way from Impact, just followed his own career, just like Aleister Black, this match is going to be hard-hitting and it's going to be fun to watch. Great action, a lot of high-flying stuff going on there. Next up, man, we had an episode of Truth TV. You guys, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, it was just an alright little segment, but his first guest was, of course, Bobby Lashley and Lana, the Raw's greatest couple, I guess, so to speak. I don't know. But anyway, match was made, I guess, between R-Truth and Bobby Lashley. Of course, R-Truth didn't know nothing about it. Lana must have set this up backstage before this R-Truth TV even came on, or Truth TV even came on. But anyway, Bobby Lashley does end up destroying R-Truth. I gave it a 1 star. That was just alright. Just a little cool segment. Just get back to the next, or take a commercial break and come on back to something else new. That was just alright. Next up, man, it was pretty interesting, man. You had all 6 members of the women that's going to be competing in the Elimination Chamber match, you guys. And whoever wins this Elimination Chamber match is going to be going to WrestleMania to go one-on-one with the WWE Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. Now, the competitors here, all 6 of them were in the ring because there was a contract signing. Of course, Jerry King Lawler was in the ring with them, and he was residing over the contract signing. And it was really interesting because Asuka was there. You had Liv Morgan, you had Ruby Riott, you had Sarah Logan, you had Natalya, and of course, the big one you had was Shayna Baszler. So all 6 of these women in the ring, they all signed the contract except for Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler ends up showing up last, signing her contract signing her name on the contract last, and like she seemed like she wanted a confrontation with Natalya, because she ends up putting a contract in front of Natalya's face and like looking at her, staring her down. Natalya gets up out of her chair and goes around the table, and they go face to face, and that's where Asuka ends up picking up the mic and pushing Natalya back and then Asuka herself got in Shayna Baszler's face, and of course started speaking Japanese, and I'm presuming she said that that she is not a big deal, that Asuka is going to be the one that won the Elimination Chamber. Shayna Baszler is nothing, whatever. But before that can even happen, of course, Natalya came back at Asuka. A big riot ensued after Natalya came back at Asuka. You see Liv Morgan jump over the table after Ruby Riott. Sarah Logan trying to jump between them two. Man, it was all hell broke loose during this whole little contract signing. And left Shayna Baszler in the ring by herself, and lo and behold, who comes out? Becky Lynch comes out. You guys remember last time Becky Lynch says, I am going to come after Shayna Baszler. It doesn't matter if she's looking for me or not, because I'm looking for her. I'm going to be the one to hunt Shayna Baszler. And that's exactly what she did. She came down the ring, and she got in Shayna Baszler's face, and they went at it, man. They head-to-head. Each competitor had a good couple shots on each other. Before they were separated. Of course, referees and security had to separate them. That was a pretty good little segment itself. So that's going to set a good spot for Elimination Chamber. Now think about this. Everybody's thinking Shayna Baszler is going to win this Elimination Chamber because, it's going to set up a match between Becky Lynch. What if that's not the case, though? What if someone new wins this match? You guys think about that. You know, WWE is good at changing things up. Who knows what's going to happen? But it's going to be pretty interesting to see where they go with this. Shayna Baszler could actually win the Elimination Chamber and go against Becky Lynch next or the following month at WrestleMania, or could be a Liv Morgan, could be a Ruby Riott. You know, it could even be Natalya. I know a lot of these women are not who they want to see. Out of all these women that I just named, besides Shayna Baszler, I think Asuka would probably be the one that would have probably a better shot besides Shayna going against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. But you know, if I'm a betting man, and I'm sure you guys think, you know, it's definitely probably going to be end up being Shayna Baszler because everybody wants to see this match at WrestleMania and see what happens there. But like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Next up, man, we had Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits come out, you guys. And he ends up going one-on-one with Buddy Murphy. And the AOP was, no, I think LP wasn't out there, but Rollins was out there during this match. Dawkins ends up, him and Murphy end up really having a really good match. I thought it was really going to be good. I mean, I gave the whole segment, actually, I think I gave the whole segment like 2 stars just for that because I don't like disqualifications. That's how this match ended, was from a disqualification because, of course, Seth Rollins got involved in the match. And you know, that made a match between Rollins and Montez Ford. So, again, another one-on-one match. I actually gave that match 3 stars. That was really good, even though Seth Rollins, of course, did beat Montez Ford. So, I mean, it is what it is. But you guys have to remember, Super Showdown, the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships are going to be on the line, and they are going to be going against, of course, the Street Profits. I'm talking about Rollins and Murphy. That's going to be an interesting match in itself. So, like I said, you know, we'll get into that more into all these other matches. It's going to be Super Showdown. Our next show is going to be a review for Super Showdown, actually. Next up, man, was your main event, Randy Orton. Remember I talked about this earlier. Randy Orton went one-on-one with Kevin Owens. Really great match, but during this match, AOP, Rollins, and Murphy ended up showing up at the beginning of the ramp there as Owens was trying to take on Randy Orton here and beat him. And, of course, the distraction was all 4 members of course, the Messiah's crew besides him. Man, but that didn't last long because the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders came out and ran Murphy and the AOP off, leaving. Actually, they left Seth Rollins out there, but no, they didn't know it. Evidently, Seth Rollins must have been hiding somewhere because he was not to be seen when they came out there to look for, you know, to get on the AOP and Murphy to run them off. But anyway, during this match, Kevin Owens did end up losing this match, man, because Randy Orton won. Because, of course, Seth Rollins did get involved in the match. The referee, it seemed like he was on Rollins and Orton's side there, and he did a fast count for Randy Orton against Kevin Owens. So that was pretty interesting, guys, to see it happened. But see, what happened was, of course, Randy Orton ended up getting a pin. But that referee, his name is actually Jake Clemens, you guys, and he is from my hometown here in Barberton, Ohio. It was pretty great to see him on TV, man. Like I said, he knows our boy Skippy. He went to school with Skippy. He knows my sister, Katie. It was really interesting. So I'm going to give Jake Clemens a good shout out, the referee that was in the main event of that match. Pretty awesome to see him on TV. I guess Skippy's dad actually worked with Jake Clemens' dad. So that's an interesting note there. So, like I said, I want to give a good shout out to our boy Jake Clemens out there making it big, doing something special. If you guys don't know who he is, he actually was the head referee for Evolve Wrestling. And now he got, I don't know if it was a one-time thing, but he switched over to Monday Night Raw. So that's interesting to see. So, again, I gave this match 4 stars, even though it did end the way it ended, but it was a good segment. And Jake Clemens, congratulations to you for being our WWE referee and for being in the main event. You know, even though it did take place in Canada. I'm just kidding with you Canadians. But anyway, that is your Monday Night Raw review. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me right here. As like I say always with Skippy, but he's out here right now. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Always hit this post notification button up here so you can get all me and Skippy's videos right here on the corner.